our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, without faith, where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth because it is our life. And personally, I encourage you, wherever you are, to enjoy your life. This life is not mysterious. This life is not university. It's not all that bullshit people claim. This life is life. It is great. It is eternal. No one can cut your life short. You cannot cut your life short. You are eternal, everlasting being. Nature is eternal. Natural being is eternal being. You are not a spiritual being living in a body, having a soul or a spirit. No, you are not. It is all what people made up in their thoughts. Anywhere you see somebody talking about spirit or spirituality, they are talking about thoughts. The thought. So when you're talking about spirits, you're talking about thoughts. When you say spirit, you're talking about thoughts. They lie to you that God's thought is higher than your thought because they want you to live under the bondage of the slave master that wrote the book for you, telling you to humble yourself under God. No, the only people that humbles themselves are slaves. Free men don't humble themselves for any reason. Humility is anti-nature. It is against humanity. There is no human being that's supposed to be humble for anything. Life don't humble anyone. The situation you are in is not meant to humble you. No. Don't let anything or anyone humble you again. Do not humble yourself. Know yourself and live humanly. Humanity over humility. Okay? I'm sharing with us today what I titled Crowd of Problems. Crowd of Problems. If you can imagine, like me, close your eyes and begin to look at where you see crowd of people gathering, especially in spiritual things, in religious things. I'm not talking about like the crowd you have in sporting events or other events, but in every spiritual or religious gathering, when you see those crowds gathered, they are crowd of problems, and that's why they come men took advantage of that, knowing that these people came with different types of problems. They represent their problems. So he can guess because he himself has some problems. He can begin to say, so person has so thing, because no matter what you are suffering in this world, so many other people are suffering it. It doesn't matter the type of problem you have, you are not the only one having such problem. Sometimes they get some information already about you from their cohorts, their agents, who they sent to woo you, who they sent to interview you, who they sent to visit you, who they sent to befriend you, who they sent to convert you. You see them doing follow-up to make sure you become the member of their cult, the member of their religion. So when you see those crowds, they are crowd of problems. That's why you can see somebody mesmerize them, they can wave their hands, they fall to the ground, because they are vulnerable, they are open now, they are like, speak to us. Whatever you say is the truth. I'm ready to accept it. Yes, he said, speak to me, Lord. Oh God, speak to me through your servant. Speak, Lord, speak, Lord. Crowd of problems. And you that is listening to me may be part of crowd of that problem. When you are betting children in poverty, you are part of the creators of crowd of problems. You are not part of problem solvers. Look at people that are actually problem solvers. They don't have more children as the poor people do. People that create problems. You see a man and a woman living in one room. First, a man and woman are not supposed to live in one room. Africans never have a family of one man, one woman in one room. No, every adult is supposed to have their own room. Man and or woman, you're supposed to have your own room. That's why it is called privacy. When you say I'm sleeping on the same bed with my husband or with my wife, you don't know what you are saying. And that's why most times your people are having problems. That's why sometimes you say you feel like my husband don't like my body anymore. Because maybe when you are sleeping, you're fall. And you know how men want to be like, no, I'm the only one that can fall. You cannot fall. I am the head. You are not. Especially you that believe in the Bible or the Holy Book. If you can read it very well, when the first time they tell you that their God created man and male and female in his own image, the same time, not different time. But because that religion was designed to subjugate women, then in chapter 2 of it, they tell you now, God created man first. And from man's rib, he created the woman, which is a lie, and such thing don't happen. I was thinking something. Let me just do it in this live broadcast. Is there any place you see the word or the name elephant in the whole Bible? Let me see. Elephant. Let me see if it can be found in the Bible. You see elephant, which is somebody's name. I've read Bible. I haven't seen elephant in the Bible. But you can see dragon, you can see all those monsters, they call the beast of the earth. But elephant is not there. Or if you have seen elephant somewhere, maybe I didn't read it well. Or if you have any translation that have elephant in it, please share with us. But ask yourself, you Africans, they know us with elephant, right? Why is no elephant in the Bible? Why? Why is no elephant in the Bible? Also cat. Is there cat in the Bible? That will show you people that wrote it. It was written, by our enslavers. We are not the one that wrote it. It's not our thing. That's why it's not working for us, because it was not written to work for us. It was written to keep us below ourselves. The crowd of problems. And you can call it, as the Bible call it, like cloud of witnesses. These are people who claim to have witnessed certain experiences, and they think their experience is our experience, or their experience must be our experience. When you tell them there's no God, they say, no, there is God. The only way you can see God or know God is by experience. No. What is real, you don't know it by experience. You know it by experiment, by research, by investigation, by carrying out your own investigation to find out the truth. And you follow facts. There's a way you find out facts. You don't find out facts just by mere words. You have to carry your own investigation. Do your own research, judge everything, worship nothing. So, this crowd, when you see the church gathering, when you see them going for pilgrimage as pilgrims, when you see them in the religious gathering, whether you call it church, mosque, temple, wherever they are gathering in the name of worshiping, in the name of, indoctrinating people, preaching to people, it is crowd of problems. That's why you see many of them gathered, because they always been carried away by the statue of a strong man. When you say you have power, you see them gather because they have problems, and they want those problems solved, especially by faith. Because had it been they are not people or victims of faith, seeking for solution to their problem by faith, they would not have those children in poverty. They would have think for themselves. and said, if I'm struggling to take care of myself, why am I planning or start trying to produce children in this condition? It doesn't matter who pushes you to marry. Once you're married, that is your responsibility. You must provide for your children. You're not supposed to train your children, sending them to any school or to any religion. You're supposed to live with your children. And there's also, for those of you that mock people that are doing long distance relationship, like myself, blah, blah, blah. You say, no, how can your husband live in America and you are living in Nigeria? No, you guys are supposed to be the same thing. How can your husband go to business and you are home? Or you went somewhere else? Both of you supposed to be together every time. But you can't say something to somebody like me, because I have full load of words for you, which I can use to cripple you, to show you how stupid you are, that you are not better than me. I am better than you, because you have those problems. I don't have it. Oh, somebody made a post to say that you don't know the fear. I want to try to find the word that person used. He said either the fear of a parents with grown children. You're not supposed to have such things. Your children don't supposed to be your property. They're not supposed to be your slaves. Once they reach that age of accountability, as they say, they are free to live their own lives. They are not your property. They are not your slave. Your children are your fellow human being. You are one with your children. So you see, when Jesus said, I and my Father are one, yeah, the only thing, Jesus had no father. Nobody showed up as his father. Even the one he grew up with, Joseph, was not his father. When they asked Jesus to produce his father, he failed to produce his father. But understand that your children are not your property. There is time to let go. Stop having your children because you think you will have some entitlement when they grow up. Some of them will disappoint you. Not only some. And with the way revolution is happening, internet opening people's eyes, most of them will surprise you. They will make you cry the same way you made them cry in poverty. They will definitely make you cry. It's not the devil doing it. It's not your enemy doing it. You are reaping what you sowed. Although you pretended you sowed well. But your children's reaction, even sometimes those children don't know what they are doing because they are giving you back what you gave to them. You are reaping the seed you sowed. I made a post. I said that about you and your parents, right? Now your parents, some entitlements they claimed over you, they don't supposed to, because they didn't born you as doing favor to you. Your parents did not do you a favor by giving birth to you. But we have religious parents who believe, but just by the mere fact that they give birth to you, no matter whether they supported you or not, whether they established you or not, they are entitled that whenever you make it, you must be providing for them. That's not how it works. Even in some families like mine, even if they have many children, they say that, okay, anyone among them who make it must be taking care of the whole everybody. Man, that's not how it goes. Every adult is supposed to be providing for themselves. No adult should depend on another adult. And that's why marriage is evil. Marriage is evil. In marriage, man is the owner of the woman and the children. That is the purpose of marriage. Man is the slave master in marriage, and woman is the slave. And children are the man's property. That's why the man wants the children to make him proud and want the woman to remain submissive. Let me go to what I'm seeing today. Crowd of problems. Oh, Welcome to Bible study. First Kings chapter 22, verse 17. Because that's where when you're talking about our people, this is our problem, the Holy Book. Many of us believe we were born to fulfill the Holy Book. It is the Word of God we must fulfill. There is no Word of God anywhere. It is the Word of your slave master. Then he said, I saw all Israel scattered on the mountains as sheep that have no shepherd. And the Lord said, these have no master. Let each return to his house in peace. These have no master. I saw Israel, all Israel, not some of them, all religious people, not some of them, all spiritual people, not some of them, all scattered on the mountains as sheep that have no shepherd. Now that is Old Testament. New Testament, because they always try to connect the New Testament to the Old Testament, although two of them are different things entirely. 634. When you don't fight for your right, they say you have peace. So long you are not fighting for your rights, we have peace. And Jesus, when he came out, saw a great multitude, the crowd of problems, and was moved with compassion for them because they were like sheep not having a shepherd. So he began to teach them many things, to deceive them and to exploit them. The same thing the pastors are doing, the same thing the imams are doing, the same things priests are doing, the same things political leaders are doing, taking advantage of the crowd of problems. Whatever you teach them, they will believe it. You tell them start dressing certain way, that's where they will be doing dressing. He said, all Israel scattered. Israel, whenever you talk about Israel, you're talking about people that claim to be the chosen people of God. Everyone in every religion claims to be the chosen one. God chose our religion. God chose us. We are the real religion. The other one is wrong. Or then they break away from the other one. That one is wrong. That's why we break away. Our own is the right way. Another person break away from that one. He said, no, that one is not. Our own is this. Choosing ones, they are schizophrenics. They have mental problems. Any human being, any group of people that claim to be the chosen one, that some supernatural power chose them, that a God chose them, they are mentally sick. They are mentally ill. Schizophrenics, they are. That's why they hear voice in their head, calling the voice of God. They see images of their faith in their head, calling it the vision of God. Israel, choosing one. No one is chosen. All of us, we are born. We are born people. We are not choosing people. Anyone that tell you they are choosing one, they are evil. That is the origin of evil. When certain people begin to see themselves as choosing one, why people begin to see themselves as superior one. If you are superior, you won't claim to be superior. It will be there naturally. But in nature, Africans are superior. We are superior than any other race under the sun, whether you like it or not. But do you see Africans claiming superiority? No, because they are natural people. They are the original people. Natural people, civilized people, don't claim supremacy. The reason why white people claim supremacy because they weren't civilized. Africans civilized them. They don't know what is called civilization. Although it's their language we are using now, civilization. Another word for civilization is what? Culture. See? They didn't even know the culture of betting. We were the one that taught them how to bet. They don't know what is the culture of building and all that. We taught them all that. Language, everything, we invented them. And that's why sometimes they claim that they came out from us. That they are fake. We are original. He said they see all Israel scattered on mountains. When you're talking about mountains, it's talking about places of worship and sacrifices. where people go to worship, sacrificing their life, sacrificing their time. Although they don't want to do the physical sacrificing of animals or human beings today, they are doing all that thing by faith. When they tell you that Christ has sacrificed his life for them, they are sacrificing their life and their time for Christ in their gatherings. That's why they are eating his body and drink his blood, using bread and wine as a substitute. When he said they are like sheep. Whenever you're talking about sheep, you're talking about people who are followers without knowledge. They lack knowledge. They follow the teachings of their master. They follow the teachings of their shepherd. They follow the teachings of their leader. They don't have the say of their own. These people are followers without knowledge. They are always learning. You see them always carry their Bible, carry book, going to church, going to a place of worship, going to their shepherd, but they never able to come to the knowledge of truth because they are sheep followers without knowledge. So they are like sheep without shepherd. Shepherd is an overseer. Shepherd is the controller of the sheep. Every shepherd is evil. Every shepherd is evil. They are the combatants. They combat people. They take people from where they're supposed to be or who they're supposed to be to what or who they're not supposed to be to fulfill their evil desire, claiming to know what they're doing. And that's why the shepherd won't allow the sheep to lean on their own understanding. No. The shepherd wants sheep to feel like without the shepherd they don't have life. Without the shepherd they cannot make it. Without the shepherd they cannot even feed well. So they depend on the word of the shepherd. Whenever the shepherd opens the mouth, whether he's talking garbage or rubbish, they'll be shouting amen. They'll be echoing agreement to whatever he's saying. Whether he's favoring them or not, they are saying amen. Yeah. He's right. He's always right. Let me read it in John chapter 10 about shepherd. The thief, that every shepherd is a thief, that present themselves as good shepherd. So, help me share that on your wall. Every shepherd is a thief that present themselves as a good shepherd. Please. John chapter 10. I will start reading from verse 7. He said, then Jesus said to them again, most assuredly I say to you, I am the door of the sheep. This is the mentality of every shepherd. They think they are the door. They think they are the way. They think they are the life. They think they are the light. They think they are what nobody else can be in their gathering. They are there. God chose me. God anointed me. God gave me the vision of this ministry. I am the door of the sheep, you see. I am the door, I'm your door. Without me, you can't go anywhere, you can't go forward. That's the characteristic of a shepherd. Is a thief who presents himself or herself as a good shepherd. Or whoever came before me are thieves and robbers, you see. That's how shepherds present themselves to the sheep. And that's how the sheep sees the shepherd. Every other shepherd they have been with before, they are thieves and robbers. This one now is the right one. He's the one that will not destroy me, but he's doing the same thing the previous one has done to you, taking your money, and you are not getting it back. All you have is hope of miracles. But the sheep did not hear them, you see. The sheep were hearing them before you came. But now you came, you think the sheep did not hear them. No, the sheep always, they are followers without knowledge. So they always follow anyone who showed them the character of a strong man. That's why you see Donald Trump having a lot of followers. That's how sheep operate. After Donald Trump, they will follow another person. When TB Joshua was alive, many sheep were following him. After he died, they scattered. When factual truth strike the shepherd, the sheep scatters. Seek the knowledge and share it, spread it. And you are not paying me, you are not giving me your offering, you are not giving me your tithe. When will God touch you to give me your tithe and offering? Am I not old enough to have it? I'm even older than some of your pastors, and you are giving them tithe offering. How about me? You want hungry to kill me? Anyway, factual truth is sustaining me. If you know what I mean. Again, he said, I am the door. And this is what these evil shepherds always do. They keep repeating that. Because the more you repeat the lie or the word you are saying, the more it takes place in the brain or in the mind, in the brain of those who believe you, who are following you. He said, I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved. If you enter by someone else, no, you will not be saved. That's why John 14:6 tells you, Jesus said that He's the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to God. So people were not going to God before Jesus. But He said, no one comes to God except through me. I am the good shepherd. A thief claiming to be good shepherd. Evil one claiming to be good shepherd. That's Jesus. If anyone entered by me, he will be saved. And that's why you see Christians preaching that nonsense that you cannot be saved except you are saved, unless you accept Jesus. Even they are preaching it to their fellow Christians. Imagine born again Christians preaching to their fellow Christians to be born again. That's what they are doing. They are not converting any new people, they are converting themselves. That's what they are doing. Jesus is the only way, no other way. Jesus is the only way, no other way. When Jesus could not find his own way, he cried, my God, why have you forsaken me? But Jesus is the way to God. God left it that time because they were carrying our sin, blah, blah, blah. It's a lie. If Jesus insists, let God send him now so you can see him. He cannot. Jesus does not exist anywhere. And we go in and out and find pastor. This another way, as I read in 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 3 yesterday, he said, with covetousness, they will exploit people using deceptive words. This is one of the deceptive words ministers of God use, telling you, so long you believe what they're saying, you're coming and going, you will find pasture, you will prosper, you will make it. Look at everywhere you see them gathering. That is the hook they used to hold them down. Promising them miracle, promising them prosperity, promising them protection, promising them promotion. Then you see them trooping. It will happen, it will happen. It's not happening. It's your hard work and perseverance that will make anything you need come to pass. You cannot wish it into reality. You cannot claim it into reality. You cannot pray it into reality. You have to work. Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. Not with God's grace, with all your might. That's all you need. The anointing you need is your own strength, your own might, not God's anything. Verse 10, the thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. Then after he succeeded in stealing, killing and destroy, he will say that he come that you may have life and that you may have it more abundantly, which is a lie. Look at the life of everyone worshiping God, worshiping Jesus. Their life is in a mess. They have to abandon God and Jesus to go make money, to feel like they are making it, at least to be wearing nice clothes in all their weekly gatherings. Verse 11. The thief said, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd gives his life for the sheep. So the sheep don't have his own life. The shepherd always wants you to live his own life. That's what the pastors are doing. That's what the priests are doing. And most times, the life they want you to live and telling you is the life of God or life of Jesus Christ is the one they made up. Because if they follow actually the word of Jesus as written in the Bible, you will not be their sheep. They will not be your shepherd. He said, but a hireling, he who is not the shepherd. So if it's not them, you are not. You are not the shepherd. No, they're always the shepherd. Then you are their son. You are their son in the ministry, their daughter in the ministry, their sheep in the ministry or in the Lord. He said, the harlot who is not the shepherd, one who does not own the sheep. Nobody should own you. You are not a sheep to be owned by anyone. You are not God's property. You are not your parents' property. You are not anybody's property. Don't let anyone own you. You are not a property that can be purchased. Oh, God purchased you with his blood is a lie. You cannot be purchased. And you that believe you have been purchased, that's why you think I was purchased, to be dishing out the factual truth you are hearing. The shepherd will always eat the sheep, of course. That's why he's feeding them, teaching them. He said they are like sheep without shepherd. Then he began to teach them. He began to control them. Because if people will allow you to teach them, whatever you tell them, they say, okay, it's true. Because they see you as a teacher, you know better than them. And that's why our parents misdirected us. Because we trusted our parents as people telling us the whole truth. But when we grow up, we found out they were telling us the whole lie to suit them, not us. Okay, you see how I'm going there. He said, but the harlot who has said he does not own the sheep sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and flees. Now the sheep will always think that the shepherd have their own interests at heart. But look at what is happening to believers anywhere, wherever they are. Tell the truth. If the shepherd, if Jesus truly cared about his worshippers, when the government or whatever then you call them enter the place of worship and kill people, Jesus would have prevented it. If the good shepherd doesn't run away, that it is the harlot that runs away when the wolf comes. Why is Jesus running away? Why is God running away when kidnappers or armed men enters places of worship and killing their worshippers? It happens in mosques, it happens in church. So don't say, oh no, it happened to people that are not really children of God. Nah. You, for example, you know what you have been suffering. Where is your God? Where is your Jesus? You that comes on social media defending God and Jesus, in your time of need, why are you crying, running to men? Why? Why are you going to hospital? Where is your God? Your God is like the harlot that saw the wolf coming and flee. Leave the sheep and flees. And the wolf catches the sheep and scatters them. And do you know what the shepherd always called the wolf? The factual truth. That's like another word they use for it is blasphemy. Another word they use for it is heresy. But it's the factual truth. Whenever it strikes the shepherd, the sheep scatters. Because no shepherd have the power to keep the sheep as they promise. He said the harlot flees because he is a harlot and does not care about the sheep. He said, so your God and your Jesus run away, they flee because they don't care about you. During COVID-19, they run away. During COVID-19, they ran away. Did you see any God and Jesus in any place of gathering? Taking care of people of God? No. Even in their houses, they flee away. Although these people pray morning and night or every time in their house, saying that God is there, God is seeing them. But in their time of need, God is not there. When they are fighting, God is not there, taking care about them or of them. 14, I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and am known by my own, which is a lie. Nobody that believes in Jesus knows Jesus. Nobody who worships Jesus knows Jesus at any time. Because Jesus never existed at all in reality. Verse 15, as the Father knows me, even so I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. Jesus never knew his Father. That's why he was not able to bring his Father to his disciples. Verse 16, which is the last one I will read here. He said, and other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also must I bring. And they will hear my voice, and there will be one flock and one shepherd. You know, that thing is totally against every religion today. No religion have one sect. All of them have different sects. All of them have different denominations, different places, different branches, because they are all sheep without knowledge. So they keep scattering whenever the factual truth strikes them. Because you can't control people for long, forever. No, it's either you die or they disappear. It's either you die or they desert you. It can never. Look, Jesus in John chapter 6, verse 66. That's the real 666 in the Bible. When Jesus said that you must eat my flesh, all of them deserted him. Then he thought to the disciples, say, won't you go also? Because those ones, he already convinced those ones. Those ones are already followers without knowledge. So they can't go anywhere. They stay. Even if they catch you doing the thing that made them stone other people to death, they will say, no, come on. If you don't have sin, be first to cast stone. He's a human being now. Who is perfect? Nobody is perfect. Then if nobody is perfect, why are you going to him in the first place? You know all this why that nobody is perfect. But you go in there shouting, he's a servant of God. A servant of God must be perfect. A child of God must be perfect. If you are a servant or child of God and you are not perfect, you also say your God is not perfect. But you will say you are not perfect, God is perfect. Because they have indoctrinated you to hate yourself and love God. Wake up, my people. Have no master. Say these people, they have no master, and I'm using it to tell you, you don't need any master. No human being should have master over them. You are not a sheep. Even a sheep don't supposed to have master. You're supposed to be a human being without a master over your life. No man can come and say he's my master. No God can come and say he's my master. So that's why I tell you, fear no God, fear no man. Live your life humanly. Treat people the way they treat you. People should not treat you right and you treat them wrong. People should not treat you wrong and you treat them right. If they treat you right, treat them right. If they treat you wrong, treat them wrong. Don't fear them. Don't fear any God. What will happen to you? What? They will kill you. They will also die. Don't fear death. Because fear of death will make you fear God. Fear of death will also make you fear man. He said, tell them to return to their house. That is the real thing you need today. Because they have combated you, they have taken you away out of your house. Africans are no longer living in their house. Africans have been taken away from their house, from their root, which is science and technology. Today, Africans are spiritual and religious people. Talking about spirituality and religion. When things that doesn't develop them, things that doesn't contribute to their development, things that can't feed them, things that cannot food their bills. That is what you see them wasting their time and money on. That's why even the little money I have, even if it's only $1,000 that I have, I am better than any millionaire who believe in God or Jesus. They are not even Jara. I mean the serious ones. I don't mean those ones who actually don't care about God, but they're claiming to be Christians or Muslims or spiritual or whatever they believe, just to confuse people. But we know if you truly believe in God, you cannot be rich. It's impossible. God cannot. Nobody that's following God is rich. When you read the story of Solomon in the Bible, it's a lie. The richest man ever lived is a black man. And the richest people in this world, even as we speak, are the black people, Africans. Our root is not spirituality. Our root is not religion. Our root is science and technology. Africa, wake up. They don't want you to go back to your house. You need to go back to your house. Return to your house, Africans. Your house is your root. Return to your root. It's science and technology. That's why I tell our people, it's not spirituality, it is thoughts. It is not spirit, it is thoughts. The dreams you have, the revelations you have, the visions you have, all of them are products of your thought. It has nothing to do with any God or any spring being or any higher being anywhere communicating with you. It is your thought. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. It can go anywhere. It cannot be limited. Your thought cannot be limited. It cannot be bound. That's why when they tell you bind devil, bind is a lie. It cannot bind thought, which they call spirit. There's no spirit in you anyway. Anyone that asks you, there's a spirit or soul in you, ask them where it is. The location of that soul or spirit in you. You can see your organs. It is your brain producing those dreams, vision, and revelation. Anything you begin to think, you can have a lot of dreams about it. If something you have come in contact before, you will begin to gain more knowledge about them, even in your dreams, so you can work them out in reality. That's why you see our native doctors, they will tell you, a spirit tell them, it is their thought. It is their thought. And what are calling the spirit of our ancestors is their thought. Because you are the ancestors you're talking about. Life is so simple. They use spirituality, religion, and the education to complicate the whole thing. It is easy. The same thing that happens when you are sleeping is something that happens when you are dead. The same thing. When you are sleeping, you don't know your turn. Other people know. The same way when you die, you don't know you're dead. Other people know. He said, let them return to their house in peace. Yes. You are looking for peace. Peace is not in the house of God. It's in your house. The peace you are looking for. That time you will be wasting in the church. Relax in your house. You will find peace with yourself. Enjoying your life. Whatever thing. And the only thing that breeds peace is honesty. If you are honest to yourself, you will have peace. If you are honest to yourself, you will have freedom. But you can never have freedom and peace without honesty. You have to be honest to yourself. Peace is in your house, not in the house of God. Peace is in your hand, not in the hand of God. You are both God. You are not God. Every shepherd is a liar and a thief, just like Jesus in the Bible. They come to make you stumble and scatter for the shepherd. Everything they want you to do it for the shepherd. Say, these people, that's what the teachings of shepherd will make you. When factual truth strike you, their message is why you stumble and scatter. You hate to hear the truth. You run away and still going to them. No, come, I believe you. I don't believe this one. This one is Antichrist. This one is the devil. You, my shepherd, you are the best. No matter what, I will follow you. Mark 14:27. Let me see. Let's see what he said. 14:27. He said, then Jesus said to them, all of you will be made to stumble because of me this night. For it is written, I will strike the shepherd and the sheep will be scattered. Because of the shepherd. They will stumble and scatter because of Jesus, not because of their own fault, not because of their own inability to do anything. No, for the fact they dress up and go to church so that they can do something. Don't tell me that you are elderly parents who are still going to church, they are not able to provide for themselves. If they can dress themselves and go to church, they should be able to provide for themselves. And don't tell me to give to parents who are worshiping God. Let God provide for them. If my parents still worship God, I will not give to them because I know there is God they worship. This God they believe is greater than me. This God is richer than me. So let their God provide for them, not me. They are not worshiping me. When your parents were providing for you, we are worshiping them. So if you're providing for your parents, they're supposed to be worship you. But we don't worship. At least let them acknowledge you as the one doing that. That's the same thing I told my father. When he called me for rent, I said, you have to acknowledge that I am the one paying the rent, not God. He said, no, it is God using me to pay the rent. I said, okay, let me wait until God make me to pay it. Till today, God have not touched me to pay anything, and I'm not paying. You get upset, go hit your head at the concrete wall because all the years I was paying it, you weren't there. Every time the factual truth strikes the shepherd, the sheep scatters. Matthew 26:56, Mark 14:50, John 6:66. When the factual truth strikes the shepherd, the sheep scatters. You are not what is written, because they always say it is written. He said, what is it? He said, all of you will be made to stumble because of me this night, for it is written. My people, deliver yourself from this bondage of it is written. Oh, the word of God said what is written is written. No, it's a lie. What is written is not written. That's why pencils have eraser. You wrote it is wrong. Erase it and write the right thing. You are not the fruit of anyone's labor. I've made that post. You can see it on my wall. All these parents claiming parents' entitlement and using it as I must enjoy the fruit of my labor. I must eat the fruit. Your child, your son, your daughter is not the fruit of your labor. The fruit of their own labor is not your own fruit of your labor. Go and reap where you sow. You did not sow in the life of your children. No, you raised them in your own pride. Oh, I want my son to be this, to be that, to make me proud. But you don't care about his or her own life. But because they were raised in the same way, oh yeah, you're right. And also they breed children with the same mentality. And the problem continues. That's why we're not solving our problem. You are not the fruit of anyone's labor. You are not. You say, no, their parents invested in you. No, they took care of it. They are the one that sent you to school. Are you the one that asked them to send you to school? You said they did it. No, they did it. The school brainwashed you. That's why you are confused today. It's because they sent you to school at earlier age. They would have waited until you reach at least 18 years to send you to school. Let them invest that time. Let's see. But no, they won't, because you're already working. You cannot go. They teach you nonsense. You stay there because you're of age. That you can walk away. But your parents sent you where they flog you to be loyal. Where they flog you to be submissive. Where they flog you to learn. You're not supposed to be flogged for anything. But that's what religion has turned us into, people that are beating themselves like animals. Animals don't even beat themselves like evil people. Yeah, that's what religion made us, evil people. There is no solution to your problem on any mountain, my people. You can go to mountain with your mouth or with whatever you have, you can pray all you want. It can never give solution to your problem. Look at Nigeria, for example. They have mountains where they go every time. They have the churches. They have everything where they pray every time. What is the solution to their problem? No. All of them that claim to be anointed ministers of God in Nigeria, see Nigerians crying today. They are always in that condition, crying every year. Fela was talking about it. Nigeria government went up against Fela, killing his mother and all that. What Fela was crying for is getting worse, because they don't want Nigeria to split. That means they don't want their problem solved. Jesus said in Matthew 24:26, he said, do not go out and do not believe it. But you are going out and you are believing it. There's no solution to your problem. That places you are going for worship, it's not there. You can only have solution by knowledge and work. You have to know and do what you know. Work what you know. That's how you have solution to your problem. I remember when I finished building that house, one of my younger sisters said that I've removed reproach from them. I said, what are you saying? You mean we can no longer live in a hut? Okay, now the price of cement is skyrocketing. Why can't we find another way to build a conducive place where we can be sleeping? Why is it so expensive for us to build where we can lay our heads? Do you see animals going through that nonsense? And you claim to be wise? Yes, the price of things going high because you need to activate your brain, so your brain will go higher. You'll find out how to exploit people. So what is happening? I can decide to exploit people, but that is evil. I will never do that. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying. Even if I don't have anything, I will never exploit my people. I can exploit white people, but my own people, never. I will not do that. There is no solution in God. There is no solution in Jesus. There is no solution in the Bible. There is no solution in Muhammad. There is no solution in Allah. There is no solution in ancestors. The solution is with you. Use your brain. Begin to gain knowledge and begin to walk. Don't depend on anyone. Don't see anyone as your God. Don't see anyone as your shepherd. Don't see anyone as your master. Live your life humanly and enjoy your life. I am calling on you, Africans, not to repent, but to revert to your truths so that you can thrive greatly again, as we once did when we built those pyramids, when we built that Sphinx, when we built those great things, the science and technology the whole race is enjoying today in the whole world. We build them. Let us wake up. Let us go back to our originality, our root, which is science and technology. Stop being among the crowd of problems. Join the crowd of problem solvers. People that don't need to gather anywhere except where they gather to work, to execute whatever they have proposed to do. Say these people are one, speaking one language, that which they propose to do. Nothing can be refrained from them. That which they imagine to do, no one can stop them from doing it. You are greater than God. You are greater than Jesus. You are greater than angels. You are greater than even your ancestors. Know yourself and try. You can do it. Engage your brain. No condition is permanent, and so is your own condition. You have the power to change it. Don't depend on anyone else except your fellow human beings who are working with you. Pardon.